Hello, my name is Kirioth, and today we are going to take a look at some orcs, a little glance at some snotlings because it looks amazing, and some fancy umis. Now I have to admit, it's the orcs that really caught my attention here because, well, look at them, they're quality. So they're for Blood Bowl, the second season. They're in the the starter box for Blood Bowl. I never got round to playing Bloodborne. Bloodborne? I never got around to playing a Blood Bowl, but I have to admit, the models alone are horrendously tempting. Can't think like that. I've got a bajillion other things to put together and paint, but still, look, if you've been here before, you already know all about the shinies. I'm addicted to the shinies. We all are. It's the plastic crack. You know how it works. I really like the look of these, not just as Blood Bowl models, but also there is so much potential on these lads for conversions to other things. I mean, they're black orcs, so they're bigger, they're stronger, they're more muscular. I mean, look at the size of that. Look at the girth of the lad. He's got some weight behind him. The way that they've done things like the armor plating, so like the chest piece, the pauldrons, and the greaves, whatever go on your feet. Sabaton, is that it? Whatever. You know, the bit on the feet. You know what I mean. They are really nicely designed because they're obviously completely appropriate to Bloodborne. They have that kind of classic shoulder pad style that you might expect from football, but there is a lot of nice detail in here, and there is enough kind of space for some creative tweaking that I really feel like you could get away with using these guys in pretty much anything. In Age of Sigmar, in Warhammer 40k, and in Blood Bowl. With a few cables and a few pipes, a massive chain axe, and a shooter, these lads could easily be some really nice knobs for 40k. Like, it wouldn't take all that much. If you got a bit of... I was going to say if you've got a few bits lying around. If you're playing orcs, the chances are you've got more than a few bits lying around. You could absolutely not just get away with like kit bashing and converting these to be usable for that. I feel like they would fit in super well. They still have that kind of hunched over pose, but due to the size of the actual orcs themselves, they would still be massively imposing. In fact, the hunched over pose, if anything, just means that they would fit in even more with the rest of the 40k orcs. Even little details like the way that the pauldrons are attached to the back of the armour there. You can see on a couple of them, they've got like this ring on in the back of the armour, and then there's like straps attached to the pauldrons and then attached to that ring. Just normal 40k boys have that exact setup on their clothes. Now, whether they've got pauldrons or not, I think pretty much all of them, if I remember correctly. Where's Barry? Barry will show me. Yeah, Barry's got that exact thing. I'd show you Barry, but frankly, it is a bajillion degrees in this office, and I look like the guy out of Airplane. But the ring with the like leather straps holding the pauldrons onto the armour, it matches that really, really well. Even things like the kind of helmets they're wearing, they are more towards a certain style, but they're not overt. It's not like you would look at that and go, oh, well, clearly these are for something else. No, it's just more armour for the face. It's super well done. They are really nice models. They look really, really good. Now, of course, how easy it would be to heavily convert them, I'm not sure. It depends on the size of the hands and the fists. There's a few that have got nice open hand poses that would make things a little bit easier. You could get away with... I mean, for that, to be honest, I would be tempted to just heat it a bit and try and bend the fingers into place. You can get away with that depending on the thickness of the plastic. Although it can be a little bit risky at times. You know, don't force it, but it can be a doable thing depending on the actual size of the digits. They're just super good models. They're really well done. I really, really like these guys. There's also the Goblins. I think they're just normal Goblins, yeah, because the Snotlings is the other team. So, I mean, I don't know what you'd use these for outside of Blood Bowl. Obviously, all of this stuff can be used in Blood Bowl because that's what it's for. But these... It looks like someone just said, go away and have fun. We need goblins. Make goblins. Enjoy yourself. Knock yourself out. Go for it. Just you know, just do what you like. As long as they look cool, we don't care. And that's what they did. So you've got the guy with the amazing, like, football helmet that's also got a massive nose guard and a slit pointing, like, in a weird direction. How does he see? We don't care. He's a goblin. What does it matter? The lad with the massive iron jaws and big teeth got a little chap with a like a moon melted onto his head. Is it part of the helmet? Is it a candle? I can't tell. And in a way, I don't care, because look at him. Look at the attitude of that guy. Like, hands on hips, staring you down. Quality model. Yeah, the goblins are awesome. Now, all of that as well is to say nothing of Varag Ghoulshua, I believe his name is. That is a solid war boss. I mean, look at that and tell me that wouldn't be a great war boss. It absolutely would. Might take a bit of work to get the ghoul corpse off his shoulder, or you could just chop the head off and green stuff something else on there, so that, I don't know, maybe he's got like a tau impaled on him. It could be really anything you like. And again, it's made for Blood Bowl, but without the 13 on his shoulder, would you necessarily notice? Would you necessarily know? He's got the massive iron jaw of, like, the status symbol for war bosses. He's got the massive tusks. It's quality. It is a great model. Get a few exhaust here and there, a few bits of cable and pipe from other models. Chuck a chain axe in one hand, or just replace his hand with a chain axe if you wanted to go completely mental with it. It's just so good. So good. And of course there's also the Snotlings, which are amazing. Amazing and hilarious. A whole lot of mushroom motif going on with these guys. Love it. The guy with a sock on his head, still grand. Yeah, these have like a classic feel to them. But they almost feel a bit retro. They seem like there's a style there that is definitely angled towards like the older school of design for Games Workshop almost. They don't look modern, and I think that's one of the like charming things about them. There's something kind of nostalgic about the design. They look great. Now, the human side of the second season box. I love these guys. Just nobility. They buy a team. They get real fancy with the clothes. I really like these guys. This guy, I don't know. I don't even know what class he'd be. I want to play him in D&D. I want a slightly stocky chap with a massive feather in his helmet, smoking a pipe all the time. Don't know what he'd be, but I would totally play that character. I really like it. They are so over the top and ostentatious. I almost feel like you can make a good Inquisitor out of a couple of these guys. One of those really like up themselves ones. They're so pompous. I think that's the right word. They seem really pompous, but at the same time you can't help but like them. Normally pompous is irritating. It's just fun. That's the only way I can describe it. This just looks like someone again had a load of fun with these models, especially the lads with their gut hanging out. Oh man. Look at the spread like wings of the eagle on the chest there. Oh, it's so good. So good. For a minute there, I really thought that guy had like a gun or something instead of a hand. No, it's not. First of all, pretty sure that's a woman, and secondly, it's just like a weird cup or something hanging off. Maybe it's a giant pipe. I hope it's a giant pipe. That would be awesome. I love these guys. This whole box, like the second season box for Blood Bowl, it's just full of really nicely done sculpts. Really good models. And this is the legendary Griff Oberwald, who is fancy as... I mean, look at that hat. Look at the hat. Look at it go. The hat feels quite Bretonian. fact, I'd say maybe, I don't know, maybe not all of it feels Bretonnian, but the hat definitely feels a bit Bretonnian. I could see that eagle being on one of the knight helmets. I really like the fact that the bird is carrying the medals as well. Just little touches like that. Oh, so good. So nicely done. So nicely done. It's bad because it makes me want them, but feasibly, when would I ever use them or paint them or anything? I wouldn't. Doesn't stop me wanting them. Anyway, let me know what you think of those in the comments down below. Are you a fan of the newer models for the new Blood Bowl season? Have they tickled your fancy? Is it something you think you're going to go for? If you are a seasoned Blood Bowl veteran, are you going to be grabbing the box? And if so, which half are you looking forward to painting first? And why is it the Orcs? I'm going to go now before I die of heat exhaustion. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to do all things. If you'd like to subscribe, that would be lovely. It is, of course, entirely up to you, but it does make the number go up, which is nice. And, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.